Group 3/4. Good morning. Welcome back to music class. Lovely to see you today. And today's music lesson is about fractions. This lesson started when your teacher, Miss Strayer, said, Mr. Fancher, could you please help my children understand fractions better through music? And the way we did that, or the way we're doing that, is by learning how rhythms fit together in a group. And when we group music together, at the very beginning of just about every piece of music, you see a fraction at the very beginning. And that fraction gives you a very specific instruction. It tells you how to group the music together according to its beat. So, what I have over here is our objective that you're going to demonstrate the use of fractions by performing short rhythms to create a performance piece based on stomp. And we're going to show how these 4 simple rhythms turned into your performance piece that we're going to demonstrate downstairs in the auditorium. So how this works, at the beginning of every piece of music, there's usually a fraction. It could be 3/4, 4/4, 6/8, 12/8, whatever those numbers mean. Well, to start yours today, I'm going to start with a circle. That circle represents one measure of music. And a measure is just one little group, little piece of music. And in that, I'm going to write your fraction. 4/4. So now, if you were to reduce that fraction to its simplest form, 4/4 equals, somebody raise your hand if you know the answer. Ashton. A whole. One whole. So that circle represents one whole. Well, rhythm number 1, I've written it out using simple rhythms. And on this rhythm chart over here, I wrote it out over here as well. What do we call this rhythm? Raise your hand if you know, Dilany. Do you know? What do we call that rhythm? All right, Harsha. Ta. And we have 4 of them in a row. So 4 tas make up the whole puzzle, or the whole measure. So can everybody please repeat after me? Ta, 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 ta.
Ta, 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 ta.
That's rhythm number 1. So rhythm number 1 is going to be performed by ta, 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 and ta. You guys are going to be group number 1, and I'd like you to perform rhythm number 1 by patting it on your laps. Ta, 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 ta. Just group number 1. Now can you say ta, 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 ta? Ta, 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 ta. Stop the music. All right, that represents the steady beat. Group number 1 is going to keep the steady beat by doing patterns of 4 beats, making our fraction. All right, well now, if we're going to take that whole pie, or the whole measure, and divide it into half, what kind of rhythm goes twice as fast as ta? Any ideas, Michael? Do you know? What rhythm goes, say it again?
TT.
TT, exactly right. So over here we have TT, 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 TT. Can you all say that?
TT, 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 TT.
Now, if I want you to perform only half of that, you can't say TT, you just must say
T.
T. That's right, Joshua.
T.
Joshua. TT. So the other half of the music has to be represented through silence. And what do we call silence in music? Anybody? Raise your hand.
Rest.
Rest. All right, so we have a moment of silence, or a rest. So rest for the first T, and then you say the other T. So what we have now done is we've divided that beat into half. So Ashton, what did you say 4/4 equals? A whole. So let's call this one whole. Rhythm number 2, let's divide that into half. So we're going to now call this the representation of half. We're going to represent half of those beats. Well, group 2, we have our ta, 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 ta. Can we have now T, 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 T? Are you group 2? T?
T.
No. All right. T, T, you're group 2? All right, we have group 2 over here. Group 2, you're going to represent in between ta. So we're going to start with ta. Let me help you out with my handy dandy iPad. Group 1, keep it ta, ta. Keep it soft. You're going to fill in T, 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 Now, if you listen to them both together, you can stop now. If you listen to them both together, you hear the rhythm that Michael said before. What do we call that rhythm? T-T. You hear T-T-T-T-T-T-T-T-T. So they have split up the rhythm into half. So now we have the whole and half. All right, well, how are we going to represent the other parts of the fraction? So first off, let me divide this guy into two pieces. Now we've represented half of that. Now we have to quarter it. So let's say I want to represent just one of these.
1/4.
What's that? Josh?
1/4.
1/4, 1/4. We want to represent 1/4. Well, rhythm number 3, we're just going to accent the first of the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So group 3, raise your hand. There you are. Yes, you too, Grant. Okay, you're going to just accent the first one, but I want you to clap it this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All right, good. You got it. So now we put all 3 of those together. We are now representing 1/4, the whole, and half of it. I'm starting to get a little dizzy with that fraction, but here we go. Let's see if we can do it. Where did my handy dandy iPad go? All right. Here it is. It's not too loud, so you have to play softly so we could hear it. Group 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Group 2 in between. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now you're going to represent the first quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Look at that. It's all fit together. It's like a puzzle, but we're missing something. All right, great job. All right, perfect, perfect. We're missing something, right? So what are we missing? Well, we've represented 1/4.
We're missing 6 something.
Missing 6 something? Well, we're working all within 4. So we're not going to use the number 6 in this pie, but there is music that has that, Josh. This one, this rhythm is going to represent the missing part. We have half, and then plus 1/4. Yes, Stacy, you said it. What is it? 3/4. We're going to represent 3/4 by accenting the third of the 4th beat. So group 4, that's your job. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All right, good. Let's put it all together now. And let's see if it all fits together like a puzzle. I think it will. Do you think it's going to work?
No. Yes.
Who said no?
See?
3,
Bonjour.
4. 1, 2. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you guys are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. And we'll stop. Look at that. Those rhythms all fit together. They complement each other. They all work in the same fraction here to complement each other so that you can actually hear how they fit together. So Michael, sorry, they worked. It worked. You didn't think it was going to work, but it did. So now we have how fractions can be used using short rhythms. Well, the next step is to create actual music based on the broom scene from Stomp. And in class, we have practiced that by using staffs with tennis balls at the end. We did try it with brooms, right? What happened, Dylanine?
They broke.
They broke. So we're going to use the staffs with tennis balls at the end. And we're going to represent our fraction while moving around on the stage. Do you think we can do it?
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, so let's do that. So that's the end of our first part. Thank you, guys. That was awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are almost ready to start. We're going to start in these spots, and we're going to first start by performing your rhythms in a stationary position. Then I'm going to have you move to the wings, and we're going to perform it on stage as a performance piece, just the opening. And then I'm going to stop it, and we're going to discuss what comes next. Because when we're making a piece of music, it's not just about how music starts. It then unfolds into different layers of music, which is what our piece is doing. So please stand up with your poles. Hold them in front of you like this. Okay. Now, you're now wearing a sticker on your shirt that represents your fraction that we just finished doing in the classroom. Raise your hand if you represent one whole. And you guys are representing one whole by playing the steady beat in groups of 4. So you can accentuate the first of each 4 to help us stay together. Group 1, please perform your rhythm. 1, 2, ready, go. And stop. Excellent. Group 1/2. Your sticker has half of the circle shaded in with the fraction 1/2. Your rhythm splits the rhythm of group 1. So we have to put you together to make it sound right. Group 1, please start. Ready, go. Now group 1/2, please join in with 1. And stop. So as you notice, on the stage, it's a little harder to identify how that rhythm splits in half. Group 1/2, you have the hardest job. You really have to listen carefully to the steady beat. So we're going to try that again. Group 1. And group 1/2. 1, 2, ready, go. 1. Now we got it. Great job. Please stop. That was much better. Congratulations, group 1/2. Group 1/4. You guys represent 1/4 by accenting the first beat with a different rhythm. And you keep going, and now group 3/4, you complement that by playing on beat 3. 1, 2, 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now listen. And stop. Excellent job. I'm sorry, Michael? Stage is shaking. That's how this becomes a stomp piece. Now hold up your staffs, please. Hold up your staffs, please. Okay. That is an excellent representation of how what we just did in the classroom translates to using our stomp instruments. Now to make this more interesting in a performance piece, we're going to have you stagger by coming on stage at different parts or different moments. So I'm going to ask you to please move to your starting spots. Group 1 down the stairs, group 4 down the stairs, group 3 to the wing, group 2 to the wing. Please step down the stairs carefully, Stacy. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yeah. He's first. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I will Good. Okay, I am going to call your fraction. Yeah, I'm going to call your fraction to signal your entrance on stage. So everyone must be silent. And when I call you out, we are now pretending to be performing in front of an audience. So we want to make this lively and interesting, but still be able to hear the rhythms. So let's try not to distract the rhythms with any extraneous motions, maybe just a few sounds. Are we ready? Okay. Group 1, when I say go. 1, 2, ready, go. Group 1/2, when I say go. Ready, go. Okay, it's harder coming out from the wings. So what I want group 2, the 1/2 representation, I want you to think TT, 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 and you just play on the other one. Careful, please, Dylanine. T, 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 T. All right, good. Please go back to your starting spots. We're going to try that again. Group 1, thank you for moving quietly. Are we ready to try that again? Here we go. When I say go, group 1 starts. Wait till I say go, group 2, for you to start. And fraction 1. 1, 2, ready, go. 1/2. 1, 2, ready, go. TT, 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 TT. TT, TT. We got it. Group 1/4. And 1. Group 3/4. You're 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's your signal. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. And we're going to stop right there for a second. Wow, that worked like magic. And what about all of the extra enthusiasm?
I started.
All right, Dylanine started. Okay, well, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I feel like it distracted just a tad bit from the actual rhythms. So let's take it back one. I like it. I actually think it adds a nice element to the music, makes it an interesting performance piece, but let's not let it distract from the focus of the rhythm. All right, once you get here, I give you the signal. The signal tells you how many more times to keep playing. Everyone, when I give the signal, how many more times do you play? 4. Everyone. 4. Then we're going to take a deep breath like we're tired. Let's try that. And then we play it 4 more times. All right, go back to your starting spots. Let's try all of that. Please move quietly. Michael, quietly, please. All right, here's our performance. We're going to dial it back just a little bit. Right, Dylanine? All right, Tahima, are we ready? You guys look ready. Here's our performance. 1, 2, group 1, ready, go. 1/2. 1, 2, ready, go. TT. 1/4, ready, go. 1. Group 3/4. 1, 2, 3. Here's your signal. Awesome. Please turn. Next part of the piece. Now, just like any good piece of music, our piece. I got it. Our piece now unfolds into other sections of music. So this actually leads into another element of music called form. We have just performed the first section of our music. We could call that A. The next part, we could do a transition to B. Part B, we call the windmill section. But the transition to get there, we use 8 beats of transition 2 times. So now we're using all these different elements of form and fraction. So I think we've practiced this. I'd like to see group this side, this element. We're going to now practice the next part to here and this to here. So group 1 and 4. Show me your transition. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hit. to the windmill part. All right. I'd like to perform it from the beginning with the transition, and then we're going to stop it there. Okay, here we go. Please go to your starting spots. All right, here we go. This is our performance with the transition. Are you ready, Josh T?
Yep.
I'd like to see you look a little more ready, please. All right, all the extra hooks that go with the piece that I really like as an element of performance, let's keep it under control, please. Group 1/2, are you ready back there? Okay. Here we go. Group 1, when I say go, we start the performance right now. 1, 2, ready, go. Group 1/2, when I say go. 1, 2, ready, go. TT. Group 1/4, ready, go. Group 3/4. Here's your signal. And 3, 4, and stop. Transition. 1, 2, 3, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stop. Give yourselves a hand. You did a wonderful job. All right, we're going to stop it right there. Boys and girls, you have just accurately displayed and shown how we can take the element of fractions, put it together using very short, simple rhythms, and turn it into a performance piece on the stage. And though this is not our final product of the performance piece, you have accurately displayed what we just did with fractions. Congratulations. One more round of applause. Today's lesson was a practical application of how to use fractions through rhythm. The students did that by creating 4 separate rhythms that were to be performed complementary to each other to fulfill a time signature of 4/4, therefore demonstrating 4 different fractions. The objective of the lesson was to demonstrate how fractions can be applied to music using complementary rhythms. The unit of study is for 5th grade to be composing by the end of the year, and this piece is a composition piece based on Stomp from New York City's Broadway musical Stomp. This was a group of 5th grade students from Miss Strayer's class, and they've been working on their Stomp project for about 3 to 4 weeks.